Okay, hello. Welcome, WBL candidates. We're going to go through the individual record of achievement for your program plan. So sit back and get ready for a fast ride. First of all, we want to remind everyone that any email communication should be done with this protocol. Please make sure that you're putting work-based learning and your name both in the subject and also with any file names. So here's a quick program overview. What we'll be doing is looking at both the BSc, the Bachelors of Professional Management for 360 credits, and the MSc, the Professional Leadership for 180 credits at level 7. As you can see, the BSc is broken into level 4, 5, and 6, each of those stages at 120 credits, whereas the Masters has 60 credit increments at the PG Cert, PG Dip, and then final MSc. We'll go through the bachelor's first and then have a quick look at the master's degree. So if you're not in that particular program, then you can go and have a cup of tea. So level 4 for the bachelor's, you can see, starts off with 2 core modules, and those are at 15 credits each. So the professional development planning, and then the foundations for learning. Then the additional module options would be to do negotiated studies or a taught module. Very similar now for level 5, where you'll have a core module for 15 credits, the professional management, and then as you're moving forward, you go into, again, a negotiated study option or a taught module. Level 6 has a very similar structure. We have research and a professional manager, and again, a combination of the elective of either negotiated study or taught module. So what we want to make sure that you understand for negotiated studies is that when you're working with your program tutor, your pathway tutor, that you also include your line manager, because they need to agree on that particular project. So now looking at the MSc, the master's program, you can see here that we've got it broken also into 3 different stages. The first part for the postgraduate is at 60 credits, and you'll have 2 core modules, which would be the work-based learning methodologies and the personal development for leaders. Now, you also have that option of doing a negotiated study or a taught module. Going into then the next stage for the diploma, we have the research for the professional leader, and that's a core required module. And again, like before, we have these different options. Now, when we get into the final stage, the last 180 credits, you do have the option of doing various electives. You can do a module that's taught with managing your professional development. Alternatively, you can do the negotiated study and or a taught module that's negotiated with your pathway tutor. But also, just as we mentioned with the undergrads, please make sure any negotiated study projects that you're going to be doing, you are speaking with your line manager and you have that approved. So as we are looking here, we can see that the negotiated individual program path has a number of different options. One, you may choose to do a taught course. So if you're doing a course, say, with GSM, we'll put that into your program plan, and of course you'd have to pass that course for the credit. Now, some other ways of doing it would be by claiming credit for university levels that you've already done. So if you've taken modules and passed previously, we need to sit with your pathway tutor and show how those courses factor into your degree program now. Additionally, it is possible through the negotiated study to put in an APEL or RPEL claim for experiential learning. So talk with your pathway tutor. If you've done projects in the past from work and you have some experience and knowledge from that, we can put together a claim which will allow us to put the credits towards your degree. Another possibility is if you're doing the PG SEP program for teaching and certification, we are also able to take that and apply it into your program. Then, of course, the last stage, as we see here in the right-hand side, is your work-based learning projects themselves, where you'll be doing a negotiated study, and that credit goes towards your degree program. Going on then, we see the sample form for the MSCs that we need to have done. So in this form, of course, fill in your student name, the date, and then whoever your personal tutor will be. And we've got listed here the number of modules for each of the stages and the options that you'll be doing. So by doing this draft, that will help the pathway tutor to put your program together. And a similar type of form is for the bachelor's. So if you're doing a BSc, again, we have the 3 stages, and we have several core modules that you'll be required to do. Just like with the master's, then you decide on your options. And if you do have some credits from outside or an APEL claim, we can add that as well. So following up here, we have the IRA forms, your program plans that you can get from the GSM Learn area or download from the web. You can do a draft of this, and then we will be adding the various combinations that you decide that you want to do for your program. So these are the contact information. These are the email addresses. So please do contact us if you have any questions. We're happy to help you. The pathway tutorials will be done on an individual basis. So you'll need to contact your pathway tutor in order to get that set up. Thanks very much for your time, and I hope that was helpful.